since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long, say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out the back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the bip. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Mike, 58, right there. I got you. I got you. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Zoom, zoom. And 58 is a Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Wilson now in his second season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Kill, 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 kill.
Back to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. The running game fully in sync, 1-11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the quarterback, though, can look at the defense, realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
They keep it with Yeldon on first down. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Allen's throw is complete, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Ready? Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A give, Singletary right side. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Check, 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 check.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Trent Murphy. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
You're trash, you're trash.
They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. The All-Pro Andre Roberts deep for Buffalo. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, here's Yeldon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A shotgun handoff now to Yeldon. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
7-7, our score after one. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Returnable for Grant. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he's got a first down. And Singletary has it stripped. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now they'll throw with Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Buffalo.
Check it in. Check 55. Come on. I'm coming after you. Hey, hold on. Crunch. Check it out, Reed. Half 85. You gonna get this boy?
Hey, seam 6.
You think you gonna get this? Mike, go.
On first down, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now T.J. Yeldon. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check pass. Ringo.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, wahoo!
Tell me what, night. Mark 55. Pass. Hey.
From the gun, it's Allen. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Kyle Van Noy coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running from the gun with Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Watch the play, motion, pull. 58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Looking to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 28.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
You ready? You ready? You ready?
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. We got it.
To throw again, Allen. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Allen now to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. A final shot before half for Allen. And able to find John Brown. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's
The
go.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen going deep for Diggs. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Cole Beasley, the intended target. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. After the penalty, it's Yeldon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
I got you.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 52.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Singletary on the toss play. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Dolphins' 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Watch the pass. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal?
Hey, Orbit.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Blue down. Hey, alert 3.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time, D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
I got him.
2nd and 9 now. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off?
He's
got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Five. Hey, lock it.
Choose the mic.
Man out.
Watch twist. Watch
Shoot.
First toss of the game here for the backup Barkley. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barkley going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Ready. 60 yards. Line 49. Come on, D.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Army. SOS. Shit. Kill. Turn up.
Again, it's Howard. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's just me and you. Check. Watch the eye.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Foxtrot. X3, 218, chopper. You gotta bring it.
Check 50.
Throwing again. Barkley. And Diggs has it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barkley. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Barkley. He finds Yeldon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on 3rd down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Pilot, 64, weak. Cut. Hit it.
Now it's Yeldon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Bills on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Barkley. And that's caught by Beasley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Who that? Switch.
On the toss play, Howard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 11.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Check 99. Check 99.
Back to throw. And he's taken down. back at his own 7. Trent Murphy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here now Roberts. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barkley. And this one complete to Smith. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Bravo!
55, Mike, 55.
From the gun, Barkley. And this one caught by Beasley. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Howard. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the Bills' 46-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Double time.
4 down, 4 down. Hayward. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
I got you, son. Mike, we're ready.
2nd and 6. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Howard. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go with Howard again. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And he missed it. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a very nice return up to the 35, but was it aided by something illegal? Let's find out. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They want this.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Delta.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Caught by Wilson. And he's got some space here. He's going to go. Albert Wilson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Miami, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.